Hi, Deals. Hi, Deals. How are you? How are you? You all right? I've got to tell the listeners a story today. Yeah. Yes, I have. Still going. Yeah. There's been things going on. Things going on that you need to tell me about.
Four, 6, 9,
Darling, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Yes, but it's a positive thing for me. It's the High Life, the Shy Life.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
Hello, Paul.
Delicious.
This particular episode of The Shy Life is a little more abstract than usual.
Oh,
Okay, it looks like the hairy guy is ready to record. 3, 2, 1.
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, I hope he hasn't found out my secret. Do you think he has?
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Shy Life podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? I'm all right. Dear oh dear. That should be our catchphrase. Dear oh dear. I've got a story to tell you today. Dealey's here. Yes, Deals. Yes. Lovely Deals. Deals is here, and I have to tell you about something that's happened. Now, as you know, there's been quite a lot going on recently, and there has been quite a lot of, stuff we didn't realise was going on. Now, if I'm honest, it's probably related to Control Incorporated, but we didn't know it at the time. I guess we were stupid to think that we could just leave Control Incorporated, because it now looks like they have been busy causing us trouble. We didn't even realise it was going on. Anyway, let's run the theme music, and when we come back, I'll tell you a bit more. It's Cromitty found something down in the lab just the other day. But anyway, run that theme music.
It's time for my old buddy, old pal from across the channel, across the pond. Paul Chandler, the Shy Yeti.
He's not that shy. Oh, the Shy Life podcast. Yeah.
All I wanted was a pie.
And then I hatched out of an egg. Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Boy, he's not all that shy, is right.
Blimey, Governor. It's the Shy Life podcast.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Oh, I can't wait for it to begin.
It's the Shy Life podcast.
He's positively glowing.
Hi listeners, we're back. Yes. You're undoubtedly aware of some of the business that's been going on. Most of our problems are related to Control Incorporated, but it would be easy to blame them for Yeti Uncle John. But it's beginning to make me wonder. The whole shame business, I don't know. Do the shame inspectors work for Control Incorporated? I'd say no, because Isaac and Declan have been doing a podcast independent of anything to do with us for years. 4 years, over 4 years. But I wouldn't be surprised, maybe they've been given evidence about Yeti Uncle John's wrongdoing, that was faked. We're only just realising that Control Incorporated has been running a campaign of mischief for months. I thought we left Control Incorporated over a year ago, but yes, it looks like a lot of things that have been going on have been connected to them, and it's most disturbing. Most recently, of course, there has been the whole business with Paul Martin and his search for his parents, and the misinformation, the disinformation that he was given that made him think that Bettina was his mother, and it's just very distressing for the poor guy, very distressing for all of us. And now it would appear that the evidence that he used to base his opinion came from a company owned by Control Incorporated. All very mischievous is far too mild a word to use. It's a campaign of hate, a campaign of terror. I don't know. Anyway, more stuff has happened. Cromitty, do you want to explain? Hello, listeners. Yes, I would like to tell you what I found the other day. Yes, please do. Well, I was tidying up in the laboratory, and, I found this. Well, I'm going to have to describe it, Cromitty, because it's basically... You told me, but it's not working now. We've made sure of that. But it's like a little speaker thing, but it's not a speaker, but it's basically a bug. It's a bug, Paul. Yes, a bug. It means that somebody has planted the bug in the laboratory, and they've been listening into us for months and months. How do you know it's been like for months? Well, it's very dusty for a start, and that's one of the reasons. Well, I kind of think, depending on how many bugs there are, and I have found three more, and Cuthbert has done a search of the room, so we're hoping that the 4 is all there is. Anyway, all I will say is that I don't know how much information they would have gathered because, I stacked a load of boxes in front of it. Well, you know the laboratory, it gets a bit crowded, and most of the bugs were in areas that perhaps were uncovered, a year or two ago, and since have been obscured by boxes. So it's possible that they did not get a lot of information. But anyway, it's one of those things that where I don't know that anything they would have heard would have been of much interest. There are probably lots of talking by August as he's getting people to pose for portraits, and sometimes Martin and I talk about like soap operas that we watch, like Neighbours and Home and Away. They are two of our favourites. Oh, mine too. I like Australian soaps. Yes, the listeners will know that. So I don't know what they thought they would gain from listening in. But, yeah. And it's a silly question, but you're sure that these bugs come from Control Incorporated? Oh, yes, they have stamps on them, Paul. Stamps. Yes, they say property of Control Incorporated. Do they now? Right. Well, I want you to keep those bugs, deactivated. We're going to have to build up some sort of, dossier of evidence. Martin has contacts, and he's been personally attacked himself. We need to build up this dossier. If worst comes to the worst, I'll just confront Lola's cousin Algernon, although, I'm beginning to wonder, is he even my cousin? I mean, why would he do this to me? He could be pretending to be my cousin. I mean, he's the controller, ultimately. Oh, sorry, I'm exhausted about it, but I'm exhausted by all this. I know, Paul. Well, there'll be no more bugs, because now Cuthbert knows that it is something that has happened. He has got an alert on. He never noticed them before because he did not expect them to be there. It wasn't in part of his security package. Well, of course not. You don't expect your house, your home to be bugged, do you? No, Paul, no. I suppose the other thing that comes to mind is, well, you say that the bugs have probably been there for a while. Yes, Paul, I would say at least 18 months. Is there any way of telling exactly what day they were activated? I'm sure Cuthbert could find that if you needed it. Yeah. I guess the question is who? Who planted them? That's a big deal. We don't often have many people, come to the house. Yes, Paul, but didn't you say you had a theory about that? I do, actually. And listeners, you won't know about this. It was just a one-off thing. We never mentioned it to you before, because why would we? If it was 18 months ago, we did have somebody come in the house, and they went down into the laboratory. Yes, Paul, that's true. That's true. We had a guy who was, well, it worries me because Bettina it was the contact for this person. You don't think that Bettina is involved? No. Although 18 months ago, she and long-lost cousin Algernon were spending quite a lot of time together. We're over halfway through 2021 at this point, and 18 months, that takes us back to early 2020, just before the pandemic, I suppose, after the wedding of the year that never happened, and that's when they were in contact. So I wouldn't be surprised if long-lost cousin Algernon didn't give Bettina this address, this person. I also think that we need to get Cuthbert or somebody to go round Bettina's house and scan that as well. She could well have bugs in her house. I mean, her house is so big, but this guy who came round, which we'll tell you more about in a minute, listeners, don't worry. Sorry, there's loads of trains going past today. Sorry, I hope it's not affecting the recording too much. You're used to that, I suppose. Oh, yes, but if it isn't the washing machine, it's the trains. Or the boiler. Oh, yes, or the boiler. Yeah. So, this guy who came round, it was all because Toby was very busy, I was very lazy. We just needed a few things done around the house, and we couldn't be bothered to do them ourselves. And Bettina recommended this guy, and you had some you wanted some shelves putting up, didn't you, down in the lab? Yes, Paul, yes. And this guy came round. We should have known at the time. He told us his name was Joe Bloggs. Oh yes, Joe Bloggs. Yes, a bit like John Doe. Well, yeah, John Doe is that sort of the generic name that people use for. It's like John Smith, Joe Bloggs. We just accepted that was his name because he told us it was, and we knew he came recommended from Bettina because he'd done work at her place. We never thought about Control Incorporated. So this Joe Bloggs turned up, and what a strange guy he was. Very boorish, very, I wouldn't say eccentric quite, but he wasn't the nicest guy to be around. But so listeners, I only wish we could share it with you, listeners. Well, I guess we can. I mean, you can use your imagination, can't you? I'll tell the story, and you can imagine that it's unfolding in front of you. And of course, so 18 months ago, Yeti Uncle John was here, not incarcerated as he still is at the moment. Oh yes, Paul. How is Yeti Uncle John? Well, not happy. But the shame inspectors are putting him through a rehabilitation routine, and I don't know. Maybe we can call in, see how he is later. It is very distressing. I am very worried for him. Yeah, I know. Anyway, let's get back to what we were doing. So, listeners, imagine 18 months ago or so, we have this visitor, this Joe Bloggs, coming to set up some shelves, and he shows up at the door. I'm on the phone to Bettina just before he arrives. She's recommending him and everything. Yes, I remember.
Oh, darling, he should be here any minute now. I've given him your address and everything. He's lovely. He's a little bit strange, but he set up some new bookcases in my place, and in fact, the whole of the library he refurbished. I kept out of his way, but I don't think he's not a chatterbox. He doesn't have a lot to say, but he did the work, and.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, Bettina. Thank you so much for this recommendation. It's really awful trying to find handymen to do jobs and things. You look at Yellow Pages, or you look at Checker Trade or whatever it is, and there's all these names, and you don't know any of them, and they all have recommendations, but you think, well, I don't know these people who are recommending them either. So it's good to have an actual recommendation.
My pleasure, darling.
Oh, I think he's here now. I better go.
Darling, wonderful. Let me know how it goes.
Will do. Okay, bye now.
Bye, darling. Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, coming. Sorry. Hello, Joe Bloggs?
Yes, Joe Bloggs. I parked my car outside.
Yes, that's fine. Yes. Please, come in.
I want a cup of tea. Show me where I'll be working.
Yeah, of course. A cup of tea. Fine, I'll put the kettle on. Do come in, it must be cold out there.
It's very cold, very cold.
Actually, the majority of the work is happening down in the laboratory, so I'll take you down.
Right, well, I need to get my tools.
Oh, yes, sure.
They're in the back of your van.
Right.
Well, come on then, help me.
Oh, really?
Now, where's my boots?
Boots?
I need boots.
Boots, right.
Have you made that tea yet?
Well, I can either help you with the tools or I can make the tea. I can't do both.
Why ever not?
I'm just not that well equipped.
Where's my boots? Where's my boots? Oh, I'm sure I've got my boots here. Where's my spanner? Where's my spanner?
Your spanner? Isn't that it? Sticking out the front of your jeans?
Right, yes. So I always keep it there.
Right, great. Okay. Well, you come on through and I'll show you down to the laboratory.
Where's my tape measure? Where's my tape measure?
There, isn't that behind your ear?
Oh, yes, right. Come on, show me.
Okay, I'm coming. I'll just put the kettle on.
Yes, well, hurry up. I've got another job to do by midday.
There's no problem. I'm sure it won't take you very long.
Where's my tool belt gone?
The tool, you're wearing it.
Oh, yes, right. Right, show me through.
Right, yes, right. Get your Uncle John, put the kettle on. You what? Who's this guy? It's Joe Bloggs. He's doing some work down in the laboratory. Oh, right, okay. Dear, oh dear.
Hello listeners, it's me, Cuthbert the Robot. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. We're taking a break from our story about Joe Bloggs to share with you another Sutton Park clip from 1995. This time the audio is from around episode 1052. We do hope you enjoy whatever the gang are up to. Once the clip is finished, we will return to the events surrounding the mysterious Mr. Bloggs. So do keep listening, won't you? Here we go! Exclamation.
Here for you on Sutton Park, for any of you who may have missed them before, we have a repeat showing of some of Lee's audio messages. Not Lee, Dominic, yes, honest, yes, okay, start again. Here we go.
This is Demonic Dominic, the Hades desk receptionist speaking. As you are not in residence at this current duration in reality, I am abhorrent to leave such a vital segmentation of knowledge on this vocal recording mechanization machine. I shall attempt to communicate with you at a further juncture in your lifetime. Fare ye well. This is Demonic Dominic, the Hades desk receptionist speaking again. As legal representative of my good self, not a literal interpretation, you understand, and Mrs. Q. Parker's retired deceased, hyphenated in the former adjective, not the latter, I find it my moral obligation to announce to you, Messrs. P. J. Chandler and L. S. Freeman, that the impending tribunal hearing at Ye Olde Bailey shall proceed henceforth on the 21st of October in the year of our Lord 1995. Be there or be petitioned.
Ta-da! You have been watching a repeat showing of some messages from Demonic Dominic, not Lee Freeman. Best thing to do with them is this. These all messages. Goodbye. Sorry about the titles there, viewers. Got a bit muddled up in my excitement. Right, we're in Sutton Park, basically. Just bumped into Azrael. Azrael is still weak. He is no longer top dog in Sutton Park anymore. He's actually given me a warning, a friendly warning, telling me that there were people still after me, and that I ought to get out of the park, which I think I will take as a pretty good, a pretty good reason for leaving. It's getting on. I've only got about half an hour before I get my train anyway, so yes, I will make a move. Celia's here with me, and we shall get off. Yes, I've got to go and see Harry after that concert as well, so anyway, I'm going to pop back to my old house in Erdington first, but yes. Thank you, Asriel. Thank you for the warning. That's alright, Paul. Don't think that I am siding with you, though. I'm just merely warning you, that's all. Now be gone. Hurry before they get you. They're after you, Paul. Right. Okay, come on, Celia, we better get going. And as Paul hurriedly leaves, one of the creatures that Asriel mentioned to him has spotted him and is about to follow him. Go, fetch. It is good sport. You must follow him and kill him. I cannot do it any longer. You must do the evil work of Sutton Park now. You must kill him. Follow him. Hurry. Oh dear. Something awful is happening to Paul. That Asriel bloke, there's something following Paul. I must get after him. I must keep an eye on him. This Sutton Park place, I don't know. It may not be interesting, but it's darn scary sometimes. Oh dear. Oh dear. Listen, Celia, I'm going to put you somewhere in my bag safely, okay? Don't worry, it's best, I've got to make a quick move and I can't worry about you, alright? Right, viewers, I'm going to make my way out now, quickly as possible, and I shall see you later, alright? Hopefully. Come on. Now, viewers, all I've got to do is find the way out. Believe it or not, I'm not sure where I am. And you thought I knew everything about Sutton Park. Well, I bloody well don't. Well, it's not that way. It's not that way. Oh, that way. I like the colour of that tree. I'll go this way. Thank you, coloured tree. Whew. Yes. I think I'm on the right route. As yet, I don't know when I'll be coming back to the area. I'm a bit worried about what Asriel said. Even though he's supposed to be weak, I wouldn't be surprised if he's commanding the people that are after me. Anyone in particular perhaps after me? I don't know. Yeah, my university graduation is in February, so I might come down then. Unless I pop and see Auntie again at some point, which I may do, because, well, she's not having the best of times of it, but anyway, I must stop talking, I'm going to get lost. Anyway, see you later.
Sutton Park waits for your return, Paul. I may no longer be strong, but I, Asriel, will be part of your destruction. It is time you learnt the lesson. It is time you learnt by paying with your life. Sutton Park is my domain. Sutton Park is my domain, Paul. It is mine, only mine. Listen, and you shall learn. If you fail to listen, you will die.
listeners. Sorry. This guy here, Joe, I think his name is. So Joe is here, just doing a few, things down in the lab. He won't be here for long. But one of those days where you have to keep out of the way a bit. Yes. Still, it'd be nice to get the place more shipshape because, well, obviously we have all the Sutton Park tapes down there. Although Nick has digitised them, we still store the original tapes just in case, particularly whilst I still have so many to watch. I sometimes find that, well, I think that perhaps we could try again, do a second attempt because, I mean, Nick's been digitising tapes such a long time that his technology has changed. So it seems a shame to throw away the tapes, the original tapes, when they still work and can potentially still be digitised should we find a problem. So yes, we're keeping those. And anyway, of course Dealey isn't very happy having somebody in the house. I mean, he's a bit funny when it comes to builders and workmen and things. I guess we've sort of had people coming to fix boilers or fit boilers, maybe even washing machines, and occasionally they've had their sort of tool trays on the kitchen floor, and when their back is turned, Dilly will go in and stick his nose in to see what's there. I remember one time this workman, he'd left his coat and Addy had to leave the house to get something from his van. Dilly stuck his nose in the guy's pocket. The way that cats think is that everything is theirs, and I guess if a new person comes to the house with a coat, well, now that's now Dealey's coat. Anyway, I'm just going to sit here, I think, and read a book. Hopefully the others won't get in the way, but there you go.
Where's me tools? Where have I put me tools? They were here a minute ago. Oh, where are me tools?
Oh, hello, sir, sorry. I think I may have just shifted them slightly because I was just doing something over here.
Don't touch me tools. Don't touch me tools. They're my tools. Don't touch them.
No. Of course, sorry. Here they are.
Oh, hello, tools. How are you? I missed you. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm sure they're fine.
Oh, my tools. Let me check you over, tools. Oh, I need a cup of tea. Will somebody make me a cup of tea?
Oh yes. I'll go and do that for you, sir.
Golly, Cromitty, I wouldn't let him boss you around like that.
Oh, well, you know, I did move his tools.
Yes, I know, but he put them in a stupid place. You know, he is working for us, not the other way round.
Oh, yes, I guess so, yes.
What are these tapes? Can I put these in the bin or what?
No, you can't put them in the bin. They are the Sutton Park tapes. They're very precious. Just work around them.
That's better, Cromitty. You tell him.
These tapes are obsolete. Why are they here?
Oh, well, they're my work. It's actually none of your business. So you please just do what you were here for, but do not touch my tapes.
I see. Where's me cup of tea?
Oh, sorry. I'll go and get it.
Cromitty, you were doing so well there. Don't let him boss you around.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did promise him a tea, though.
I know.
I'll go and make the tea, I think.
All right. I don't like this gentleman. He's rude. How are you getting on? Can I help at all?
I want me tools. Someone's had a go with me a hammer. How dare they? How dare they touch my hammer?
Excuse me, sir. I'm talking to you. Can I help at all?
Oh, there you are, hammer. Oh, yes. Has somebody been striking you up on a hard surface? Oh, you poor thing. You poor thing.
Oh, so rude. I'm speaking to you.
It's all right. You'll be fine. Just rest up, hammer. I'm going to use the screwdriver instead.
Oh, that man.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Eek?
He's not speaking to me. He was rude to Cromitty. I tried to call him out on it, but he wouldn't even acknowledge me.
Oh, yeah, well, I wonder if that might be because, he does seem a little bit of well, not a great thinker, if you know what I mean. It's quite blunt. Do you think perhaps, here you are, there you are, in your full alien state?
Oh, I think I know what you're going to say.
Well, yes. Do you think it's possible that, he's deliberately not accepting to believe you're there because you look different? We never actually thought about this. I don't want to be offensive to you, Ig, but, not everybody is used to aliens, not like we are.
I suppose so. Yes, I suppose this is how I get away with going down to Marks and Spencer's at lunchtime.
Exactly. Everyone pretends you're not there.
Yes, except for Tricia. She's one of the checkout girls. She seems totally fine about me.
Oh, yes, Tricia. She's a nice girl. Very open-minded.
Yes. Oh.
Hi, guys. How's everything going? Oh, Paul, not too bad. He seems to be fixated with his toolbox, but I suppose we should let him alone.
I think one of you should stay down here.
Actually, you're probably right, Ig. All the Sutton Park tapes here, all of Cromitty's work, we should just sort of mill around until Cromity comes back. I'm sure he's perfectly fine, but, there is a lot of stuff down here that is quite sort of important to Cromity and...
And to me, actually.
Well, yes. Oh, Paul, we were just saying that he's deliberately not accepting to sort of recognise that Ig is there. Ig tried to speak to him and, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, I suppose that happens. Sorry about that, Ig.
No, it's okay. I was speaking to Cromity. He was letting this guy sort of bully him around.
Bully him? What was going on?
Oh, well, he was telling Cromity what to do. Cromity did it. I told him it should be the other way around.
Yes, good point. No, very good point. Oh, dear. Cromity sometimes too polite for his own good. But anyway. Oh, here he comes with his tray of tea.
That's another thing. This guy said, get me some tea. He didn't say please. Cromity went and did it. Without a second word.
Oh, well, as I say, Cromity is too polite for his own good. Can I help you with that, Cromity? Oh, no, it's fine. Oh, dear. I hate going downstairs with a tea tray. You need to build one of those little lift things, just for food. Ah, yes. Well, I guess we can do that sometime. You could ask that guard to do it. Well, let's just, maybe not at this moment. Well, he seems very busy. What are you all doing down here? Well, we were waiting for you to come back.
Yes, Cromity. We didn't want to leave the room unattended.
Yeah, we don't know this guy, and we didn't want anything, didn't want him to trip over something, or he's a bit of a trip hazard, your lab. Oh, yes, well, I had to move some things so that he could get to where he wanted to get, and, thank you, guys. Thank you, you're probably right. Sir, the tea is here. How do you take it?
Milk. What? Tea? Milk. 2 sugars.
Coming up, sir. Cromity, you shouldn't call him sir. He works for us. It's just the way I speak. Yes, well, on the other hand, I don't agree with, treating people who come to the house like second-class citizens either, so Cromity's just being a gent. Oh, gosh, yes, of course, I know that. I mean, I don't like rank at the best of times. The sort of saying, you're working for me, you do this. I don't like that.
I know what you mean, Paul. You've taken against him for the way that he's spoken to Cromity.
Well, in a way, I suppose. That doesn't exactly endear him to me. Well, didn't Bettina recommend this guy?
Apparently so.
Yes, yeah. He's meant to have done work at her house.
Hi guys, what's going on?
Oh, Martin, I didn't see you there. Sorry.
I wondered why everyone was down in the laboratory.
Oh, this guy here.
Are we all perving the workmen, are we?
Martin, no, don't say that. He does have a certain rugged charm.
Oh, yes, Uncle John. He may have a physical charm, but he's certainly not got a charming charm.
No, we would just say he's a little bit rude, actually. He's ignoring Ick, and he's being quite bossy to Cromitty.
Is he now? Maybe I should go and have a word with him.
Oh, Martin, I wouldn't get in the way.
Cromitty, do you need me to put some biscuits on this plate?
Oh, Martin, if you would.
What's this guy's name?
Oh, I think it's Joseph. Joseph or Joe. I think so.
Okay.
Martin, don't cause any problems.
Go in, Martin. Set him straight.
Oh, Ick, I've never heard you be so boisterous.
Oh, I can be.
Yeah, all right, okay. I've left your tea here. I hope that's okay.
Don't put it near the hammer.
Oh, I'm sorry. It would here be better.
Better, yes, better.
I have some biscuits for you too. I think they're from a variety pack. There's a hobnob, there's a custard cream, a chocolate bourbon, and one of them pink flake things.
Oh, thank you.
I noticed you're using some sort of a resin there. That's a nice smell.
Oh, yes. Very nice. I like it too.
Yeah. I do like the smells of sort of, laboratories and workplaces, wood and all that sort of thing. Very nice.
Yeah. You want to see my hammer?
Oh, yes. Very nice. Do you mind if I...
Oh, please do.
Yeah. It's a nice smell. Is that a new handle?
Yes, I replaced it last year. Where's my boots?
Did you take your boots off?
No, my spare boots.
I think they're over here. Oh, these look good. They have a very new smell.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Oh my goodness, they seem to be getting on like a house on fire.
Yeah, they do. Whoa. Martin likes his smells. So it looks like this guy does too. Yes. Well, maybe we can leave Martin down here whilst Cromitty gets on with his work. Maybe Martin will keep him calm, keep chatting to him or something. Maybe Martin can be his workmate, his assistant.
Oh dear. Is a glutton for punishment, is that Martin?
Oh dear. You're not wrong, Ick. Still, at least everything's calmer.
I've lost my manual. Where's my manual gone? Where have I put it?
Is this it? Over here.
Why is it here? Yes, that's it. Thank you, Martin. Thank you. I'm lost without my manual.
I don't blame you. I feel the same. Certain books. Oh, it's a nice musty smell.
Oh, it is. Very old.
I'll just continue with my work.
Yeah, you do that, Cromitty. Joe and I are flying over here.
Good.
Listeners, it's me again, Cuthbert the Robot. We have another Sutton Park clip for you now from later in 1995 from around episode 1083. Have a listen, let's see what's going on, shall we?
Hiya. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Hello. Well, Cromitty finds it quite hard to believe that somewhere as peaceful as Lanzarote could be evil. As I must say, all I know is what the thing, the old wives' tales stuff about, the fact that this is supposed to be a big chunk of Sutton Park. Basically, it's an island, and the whole of the island, came off the planet, which explains why it's so volcanic. Basically, Anyway, Gromity said he'll show me around tomorrow, some of the places he's seen, and make a change. Ramesses is coming too. Now, Mr. Tremaine says he's going to stay here and look after Clive, because Clive wants to go down the swimming pool. Mr. Tremaine says he's got some sort of underwater gear stuff that Clive can wear. But, so, a bit of exploring tomorrow with Gromity, Ramesses and myself. That should be quite interesting. See, it's dark out there again. Another night. So, going swimming tomorrow, Clive?
8:11 p.m.
Yeah, you enjoy that.
8:11 p.m.
Make sure you stay in that suit.
8:11 p.m.
Thanks for offering to look after him, Gulliver. Oh, no problem at all. No problem. Oh dear, it's so hot. Blimey. No, it'd be nice to sit by the pool for a day. Blimey. Yes, we'll sort you out with some underwater stuff, yeah?
8:12 p.m.
That's right. So that's good. But I must say, Mr. Tremaine, you wouldn't notice the difference now, would you, since that spirit took his body here? You remember? That's right, he died. Yeah, and he's so different. He's just so similar now. It's good. The cross matching has obviously worked successfully, and the personality has taken over, and it's worked anyway. Anyway, I shall see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, I suppose, basically. Yeah, I must say I'm looking forward to this this comedy, but you know, we got to keep our eyes open, and it'd be nice to have a look around. Yeah.
Oh yes, you really enjoy yourself. I think I should take her to the cactus garden and to see the blind crab, the blind white crab, which is so cute. Yes, it will be fun.
Right, Mallet, you've heard their plans for tomorrow. I want you to stay here if you think that my plan is good enough. I think so, yes. Right. I want you to stay here and disable that Clive the clock. With him out of the way, we should we should have some success. Sounds good enough to me. I don't see why we shouldn't work together in this. Seeing as Katrina and Balgard couldn't come, couldn't be here to help me with the plan. Yes, I shall disable Clive. As you say, without him they won't have their scientific expert, as it was. And you, Ezra, you're going to follow Paul and his friends, yes? Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. So, here's to another day. Here's to a successful day. Ignorant?
No, I'm annoying.
No, you're ignorant.
No, I'm annoying.
Ignorant and annoying?
No, I can't be both. You want to keep that? Or should I keep them at the moment? Something free, for goodness sake.
He can be ignorant and annoying as well, can't it, at the same time?
Definitely.
Definitely. Here speaks the words of a wise lady.
Graham. Hello and welcome to the holiday programme. That's a cactus ball. You're a bit sad, right? It's like one of those pods of alien. Look. It's the pod of alien. Please, feel free to fall asleep. This will be an exceptionally boring episode. Thank you. We will wake you when it gets interesting. So you'll be having a very, very long sleep. In fact, you may never wake up. Ever. So, ever, you may sleep for an eternity.
Don't get too close to them, you'll walk into one.
Oh, I'll totally push you in one, actually.
Well, if you haven't guessed yet, we're at the Cactus Garden. There's nothing evil here. Just him.
This is now my show. On Cactus Garden, we must take care of the camera, the bird, the humans, the hens. We will get them, we will eat them, and we will use them as fertilizer.
very peaceful in this cactus garden and everything. Beginning to rethink everything. I mean, maybe this place isn't so dangerous after all. Cromitty says he hasn't met any danger so far. Maybe this was a part of Sutton Park, but there's no reason to say that it's dangerous anymore. Maybe there isn't anything dangerous. Maybe. But somehow, I'm not so sure. Well, I don't think there's any danger here, do you, Graham?
Where's the cactuses?
Well, only if you sit on them. You sort of enjoy that kind of thing, don't you?
Oh no, it grabbed my leg.
Grabbed your leg? I was just imagining it.
No.
You've got a fever?
No, it grabbed my leg.
I'll get away with it then, it might be a snake. Oh, hello. How you
Hey,
doing?
Ramesses.
How you doing, alright?
Hey up, my kid.
Oh, you're in, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, here comes some
What's happening, our kid?
Some people are coming a bit hard.
Hey,
You see that there is no problem.
Hello.
Stop it.
Hello.
You see there is no danger at all.
No danger except the cactuses.
Yes.
The cactuses.
You're hot and sweaty. Look.
I pity you, my friend.
Don't be so foolish. He is disgusting,
but you love it.
It's not evil enough here. Darn.
Right. They're out. Down the beach somewhere. Right. Conceal myself. I can, yes, do my business. Disable Clive once he returns. Meanwhile, down at the beach...
It's 5:42 p.m. It's 5:43 p.m. It's 5:43 p.m.
You did ever so well, Clive. Yes.
It's 7:29 p.m.
Yeah, you were ever so good. You were. You did some excellent swimming, viewers. Yes. You did some excellent swimming. Anyway, I'm just going to pop and get a drink. I'll be back in a minute, Clive. Just remembered I've still got Ramesses' neck scarf. Oh, I said, I wonder if he'll want it back. Maybe I've not mentioned. Now it's time to strike. I think I have confused his wires enough. Asriel will be pleased with me. It is not Asriel I work for. What am I thinking, Katrine? Yes. Anyway, I hope you'll be alright, Clive.
It's 7:39 p.m.
It certainly is. Oh, here comes my right. Goodbye. Anyway, Clive, what was I say? Clive? Clive? Clive! Oh, good grief! Good grief! What's done this to you? Clive! Oh, good golly! Good golly!
So that was pretty much it. You know, this guy, Joe, shows up. Joe blogs. We never even thought twice about it. He was an eccentric guy. He was kind of strange to be around. But, Martin, you got on very well with him, didn't you?
Well, I guess so. I seemed to calm him anyway. He stopped shouting. He kept losing things. He was very forgetful.
That's if he was even who he was supposed to be. I mean, we now know that he was planting things. Planting, these devices. Well, yes, we know he was working for Control Incorporated. We didn't then. Whether the whole absent-minded, shouty persona was a complete put-on, I don't know. Well, you know, he was very convincing. Yes, well, Well, I mean, if that was his personality, he must have known that he was putting in stuff that he shouldn't do, unless he'd been told that was what he wanted. Well, I think that's quite unlikely, Cromitty. I mean, you know, when he'd finished his work, he showed us the shelves he'd done and what he'd changed and all the stuff that we'd asked him to do. But he didn't say, oh, look, and here are your bugs that I've put in. Are you sure it was him, Paul? It was ever anybody else who might have, you know, gone down to the lab who we haven't been talking about? Some other occasion. Well, only August Evans, Damius Twinklehorn. Yes, but when that guy, that Joe Bloggs guy, came and did that work, that was before the wedding of the year. So that was when Damius was still around. And but I don't think he ever had much cause to go in your lab, did he, Cromitty? No, Paul, no. And, you know, since he came back at New Year, you know, he's been August Evans. He's only been interested in painting. Anyway, we have no reason to think that he is working for Control Incorporated.
Oh, I don't know, Paul.
Oh, come on. Ick. Everything that happened to Damius at the wedding, we know this is Damius, even though he thinks he's August Evans. We think that Control Incorporated probably put him the place he is.
What if they've hypnotised him to be like a double agent?
Well, I guess it's a possibility, but I don't think it's a very likely one. I mean, at any rate, that would mean that they would have been spying on us for a matter of weeks or months. What would the point be?
I think you're right, Paul. I think it's that guy, the workman guy. That's the obvious thing. You know, the bugs that Cromitty found, that's where they were found, on the new shelving area. I think we're just confusing things by blaming poor old August. He had a complete medical checkout, you know. They've said he's not a clone or anything weird. He's just not who he used to be.
Yes, but what if that means he's been hypnotised? Will the doctor uncover that?
Well, as somebody who has been involved in lots of plot lines involving hypnosis by bad guys over the years, well, yes, Sutton Park was full of them. I think this show has had a fair few of them too. Yeah, well, look, I just think we're looking at the wrong place. Let's just say I don't think August is involved. Cuthbert doesn't think August is involved either.
What is Cuthbert has been hypnotised to say that?
Ick, you're just confusing things now. Please, let's just stick to the fact that that guy came here and he planted the bugs. And it doesn't really matter who he was or what was going on. He works for Control Incorporated. I don't think it helps to think we've got a double agent or a spy in our midst. Let's just say that somebody came here, they planted the bug, and they've been spying on us for the last 18 months. I think that fits far better in the whole narrative of this show.
Well, as long as you think so.
I don't want to be doubting August. I really don't. Because that guy was, well, there was definitely something up about him. And, you know, we have done some research and we have spoken to Bettina, remember, and Bettina confirmed that it was long lost cousin Algernon who put her in contact with this Joe guy in the first place. So that's the logical, I think, route. So, as I say, it doesn't really matter what was going on with him, except we know he worked for Control Incorporated, and we know that Control Incorporated are not our friends.
I suppose so.
Yes, it's most disturbing. Well, I guess the question is now that we've found the bugs and we've broken them, that they will probably know that we found them. Yeah, well, they won't necessarily know that we know it's them. I think they will know that we guess it's them. I think they probably don't care, though, because I think we're not exactly top of their list. And perhaps they were only interested, perhaps they were barely monitoring them anymore. I mean, even Control Incorporated didn't know that there was going to be a pandemic and we weren't going to, we were going to have quite a quiet 2020. Yes, that's a good point, Paul. Yeah, well. Listeners, I think that's all we've got time for. It's been a bit of a sort of a surprise, I suppose, or I didn't know we'd be discussing this today, but I hope you don't mind. You know, it's another mystery to add to all of the mysteries, but, another piece of the jigsaw, maybe more appropriately. Anyway, next time we've got plenty of other episodes in the can. Maybe we'll have something that doesn't involve Control Incorporated or some sort of Pebble. Maybe we'll just have a quiz or chat about something nice. I'm not sure. I'm yet to schedule next episode, but I hope it's a little bit calmer. Anyway, thanks for listening, and thanks guys for being here and, you know, helping out. Oh, that's fine, Paul. I'd say this fine.
Yes, Paul, absolutely.
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
Okay, right. We'll speak to you again soon. You take care. Okay, bye-bye for now. Bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye. Goodbye, listeners.
Paul, for a moment I thought the Uncle John was here in the studio, but now I see that he is just speaking through Skype. Shame jail really is quite a liberal place. It amazes me. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize we finished. I hear the theme music. Yikes! Exclamation.
Hello, you lot. What's going on? Are you having a meeting? Did you want me to take part?
Oh, August, hi. Ned, sorry. I was just recording a bit for the podcast. We were just talking about something that happened. We would have involved you, but, it's something that happened before you lived here.
Oh, all right. I heard you mention the laboratory.
Oh, yes, yes, it's something that happened in the laboratory before you came. We were just thinking about this guy that showed up. He did some sort of work down there, and we weren't very happy about it, but we've only just sort of recently found out.
Oh, do you mean them bugs? I saw them the other day and I wondered. I meant to ask.
Oh, you saw the bugs? I mean, the bug. They're not animals. They're not creatures.
Oh, no. Electronic bugs. I thought that was something to do with Cuthbert.
Oh, no, August. No, you don't need to worry about it.
I do hope somebody wasn't trying to steal my ideas.
I don't think so, August, no.
I know why you're worried, August. I mean, your paintings are marvellous, but anyway, it was only an audio device. They couldn't see your work.
Oh, good. I am relieved. I'm going to make a cup of coffee now. Would anyone else like one?
Oh, yes. Thank you, August. Thank you.
Sounds like a good idea. Oh, yes. Oh, well, I'll come and help you.
Oh, thank you, Comity.
I hear the theme music playing. Yeah. Dear, oh dear. What a day.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I gotta go now. Bye. Gotta go. Bye.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
I find it hard to believe, Paul, but In a way, I don't find it hard to believe.
What about that Joe Bloggs guy?
Yes, Paul, I can't believe he was in my house.
Yes, but Cuthbert's done a scan, and he couldn't find any bugs in your house.
Yes, I guess I'm not important enough.
Well, we also have, I don't like to mention it, but we have to remember that not long after the devices were put in our flat, or at least we think when they were put in the flat, the whole thing happened with the wedding, and you and Algernon were hanging out quite a lot.
Yes, darling. Yes. I do remember that. Of course I do. So maybe I was spared because... the plans of that man. The plans of Control Incorporated.
Yes. And I don't know whether they're still interested in us or not, or whether this was just part of a plan that they stopped doing. I mean, I don't see why we're so interesting to them.
Well, it's because we expose them. Or we say bad things about them. Can't be good for business.
I suppose so. They do like sticking their oar in. They do like meddling with things. The extent of their meddling goes as far as messing around with Aunt Tabby, for instance.
Well, of course, but, she's related to Toppy Smelly, and he's connected with you.
I know. Well, I don't know there's much more I can say, Bettina. I just wanted to... that's why, Cuthbert had to come over and check your house today. Wanted to be doubly sure that there were no more bugs in your house, my house.
No, I quite understand. Gosh. What next, that's all, I wonder.
Oh, yeah, what next? August heard us talking about everything. He wanted to know what's going on. Apparently he knew that the bugs were there, but he didn't realise that's quite what they were, and he didn't say anything.
Oh, yes, dear. Cromitty was telling me. Well, it's best we don't involve him as much as possible.
Well, that's what I was thinking, yes. But it does make me think that he's more observant than, we realise.
Oh, definitely, darling, definitely.
I wonder what became of that Joe Bloggs guy.
Oh, I'm sure he's out there somewhere. Somewhere. But I wouldn't care if I never saw him again. Considering. Although he did have rather nice thighs.
Bettina.
Oh, well, I can't resist. Oh, those forearms as well. Oh, so muscly. I'd forgotten all about him until you mentioned him.
Bettina, you're awful.
Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes. I fully admit that, darling.
Where's me books? Where's me files? Where's me shoes? Where's me hammer? Oh, where's me nail file? Oh, where's me tea flask? Where's me nuts and bolts? Who's had me screwdriver? Oh dear. This is most irregular. Most irregular.
Bettina is just a darling. That's all I can say.
Oh, kitty dealy. Purr, kitty. Oh, I love Dee Dee.
Okay, Jen. Yes, anyway, as you see, I'm not in Birmingham anymore. I am in Oxford, and, met Harry last night. The reason he isn't here at the moment is because it, being Friday, he's busy at university, because he's actually at Oxford now. Yeah, he finished at Exeter, even though it's all very complicated. Of course, this Harry is, well, it's all very confusing, but anyway, I shall tell you a bit more in a minute. Come along. Sorry, me duck.
Blimey, viewers. I nearly had to duck then, didn't I? Hello. Anyway, as I was saying, Harry, of course, anyway, he's doing a postgraduate thing at Oxford. He wants to be a teacher. Well, this Harry does anyway. I mean, of course, as you remember, this Harry is made from is a clone of the other one. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but never mind. We don't need to do it on that at the moment. Anyway, Harry is busy today, so I'm going to explore some of the old places that I used to come when Robin used to be here. Hopefully, I shall not be blighted by Dr. Fellows. I think that's all over and done with now. We haven't heard from him since at least, well, quite a while anyway. So there you go. So I'm just going to wander around. The fact that it's Friday the 13th, though, suggests that something nasty could happen. As long as it isn't related to Dr. Fellows, though, I don't mind. How are you doing, Celia, eh? She's very quiet still. She's learned her lesson. She's a good quiet girl, aren't you? At the moment.
God, blimey, viewers. I've been chasing him for ages. Oh, he's awful. Oh dear, there's some strange monster following him. I really must warn him. I've only got little legs. Oh dear.
Little does Paul know that the creature from Sutton Park is still on his trail. It is Friday the 13th, and there is sure to be a killing of some kind.
If you watch too much Sutton Park, this could happen to you. Hello, my friend. You're as if lovely person.
Shut up.
Shut up.